Have you ever been betrayed, hurt, disrespected by someone you trusted? Your first instinct might be to retaliate, to strike back, to prove a point, to balance the scales. That's human nature. But what if I told you that the most powerful revenge isn't loud, it isn't dramatic, and it certainly isn't about confrontation? The ancient Stoics knew something that most of us have forgotten. They understood that true power doesn't come from retaliation. It comes from elevation. It comes from indifference, from mastering yourself so completely that the person who wronged you becomes irrelevant in the face of your transformation. Today, we break down the Stoic philosophy of revenge. Not the revenge born of anger, but the kind that transforms pain into strength and makes you untouchable. Let's begin. When someone wrongs you, they expect something from you, a reaction. They want to see you break. They want to see their words echo in your emotions. But here's what Marcus Aurelius taught. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Think about that. The person who betrayed you, what do they expect? Anger, outbursts, maybe even self-destruction. But when you respond with silence, with discipline, with calm, you take their power away. You deny them the satisfaction. You show them that you are no longer on the same level. This isn't weakness. This is strength under control. Indifference to the Stoic is not about apathy. It's about choice. You're choosing to move on. You're choosing to grow. You're choosing to rise so far above their level of pettiness that they can't even reach you anymore. And in that, there is unmatched power. But indifference alone isn't enough. You must also rise. You must thrive. The Stoics believed that the greatest revenge was to live well, to succeed, not in spite of them, but because of what they did. Let them become your fuel. Every insult, every betrayal, every dismissal, they become bricks in the foundation of your personal greatness. Picture the person who doubted you watching as you flourish, physically, mentally, spiritually. While they expected you to fall apart, you became stronger. While they hoped to see you stuck in the past, you moved on and built something they can never touch: peace. That's the second law of Stoic revenge. Live so well, they become irrelevant. And how do you start doing that? By taking control of the only thing you truly own: your response. Epictetus said it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You don't control other people. You don't control betrayal, loss, or chaos, but you do control how you show up after the storm. Every time you replay what happened, every time you obsess over what they did, you give them free rent in your mind. And that's a cost you can't afford. That's energy better spent building the life they never believed you could create. And so you redirect. You take the focus off them and put it on yourself. Not to impress them, not to show off, but because you owe it to yourself. You let their actions be a reminder, not of your pain, but of your potential. But here's the catch. None of this works without emotional control. You must master your emotions, because anger will chain you to the past, and bitterness will poison everything you touch. The Stoics trained themselves to remain calm in the face of chaos, to be unmoved by insult, betrayal, or hardship. When you respond with self-control instead of rage, you make it clear you are not their puppet. Your strings are cut, you are free, and freedom is the ultimate revenge. Let them wonder how you're still smiling. Let them question why their words no longer shake you. The more emotionally composed you are, the more untouchable you become. And finally, you live so well, they vanish from your story altogether. You no longer need to get even because you've outgrown the entire situation. You're thriving, you're fulfilled, you're surrounded by people who respect you, value you, and push you to become more. The people who hurt you? They become a footnote, a forgotten chapter in a much greater story. That is the Stoic way. Not silence born of fear, but silence born of strength. Not apathy, but power. Not revenge in the form of destruction, but in the form of transformation. Your peace is their defeat, Because once you stop caring, truly stop caring, they no longer have a hold on you, and that's when you win. So I ask you now, who are you letting live in your head rent-free? What energy are you wasting on those who wouldn't even lift a finger to help you grow? It's time to take your power back. Don't get revenge. Become it.